Welcome back to the fourth quarter of the Bobby Dupre Show. My sidekick, Andrew. And we have to really run in the fourth quarter and score a home run.
Quarters Casino, go by north of Opelousas over at exit 23. You can go to El Pico de Gallo Mexican Restaurant and Cantina and have good, authentic Mexican cuisine Monday through Sundays from 11 a.m. till 10 p.m. 2-for-1 margaritas with your meal. You can also go in the convenience store and get good Chevron fuel. Outside, inside, crispy, crunchy chicken, Subway sandwiches, and great Stuckey's candy. Stop by on your way through.
If you have a diesel truck of any kind, whether it's a pick-em-up truck or otherwise, and it needs some fuel like they all do, don't forget they have Chevron, some of the best fuel on the market.
And this Saturday, don't forget about the clay shooting over at Long River Lodge in Melville, Louisiana to help support Opelousas Catholic Schools. You can give Jude Arman a call at 351-2304 if you want to go down and shoot clay targets. And one more thing.
And visit that beautiful site.
It's a beautiful spot, the Canatellas and the whole crew down there. And you can go next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next, May 18th at Veterans Park in Port Barry. Don't forget the fundraiser for Paul Brent Cortez, 16 years old, who's suffering with bone cancer. They really need some help. You can give a call down there to, I guess, for donations or anything like that, to Nicole at 290-2952. And there's going to be a bunch of bands from One Trick Pony, Little Wayne. There's going to be a wild game cook-off, silent auction. Skeeter Ray's going to do the live auction because he ain't silent. Go by and have a good time.
Okay, a few more pictures from the beautiful home of Babs and Jim Lopez. And by the way, if you ever go there and you want the directions, make sure that Bab gives them to you. I drove right up to the front door.
And everybody's getting the hamburgers ready for the big event.
Big event, and they're lounging around in the lovely home. Here's Babs. We don't have many. We don't have a picture of Babs and Jim together, but
there's Jim.
There's Jim right here, and we just showed you Babs in the
He's
lounge
got a silver mug. I bet there's a mint julep in there. If I
they were drinking mint juleps. They went over
it's
good.
Derby Day.
And this is Miss Rosemary Brown. She actually lives on the property, and beautiful lady, beautiful smile all the time. And
you did your own handicapping with a piece of software?
With a piece of software. If you
there you
throw
are
a
doing
party,
it yourself.
and I'm handling the job myself.
I don't know if I
well, you know that's I'm posing for the picture. Let's not fool anybody. And here they own the Old Country Store, Chip and Maribel Gibbs, and they not only own the store, but they've converted an area in it. Not this store here.
That one? I messed up.
No, that's different.
My
That's
mistake.
They have a restaurant in there, and in the background is Babs, and the gentleman next to her is Joe, and they were all complimenting him how well he looks. He has undergone treatment and I think operations for cancer, and doing very, very well, and really well liked and respected in his area there. And this is Chris and Carly Walker. He's another attorney. They had several attorneys there. And the three ladies there are Rosemary again, Miss Lee White, and Miss Peggy Teller.
You got it.
And this is, ooh, she's dressed up for the occasion.
They all got the hats on.
And of course, that's Haley Gale. And
a picture of the track.
I took a picture that's on the TV, and this is the overlooking the back through a large picture window, and that's his deer feeder to get the deer to come and just watch them. And this is Dwayne Lucas, all dressed up.
Had a horse at the race.
Yes, sir. He's he's a Hall of Fame trainer.
And this
is O'Neill, Mr. O'Neill,
who won last year
in the 2012 Derby. And Todd
Fletcher, who had
five entries,
didn't get it.
Didn't get it.
And everybody's watching for the horse. Look, all the hats on the ladies. Y'all are ready.
Oh no, they dress up for the occasion, and we had a blast. I'll tell you. We kind of in a rush. We're not naming everybody, but hopefully you see your picture. There they are. I mean, it's a first-class event.
That lady right there got a mustache.
Yeah, and that's Steve Glussman. I got to show that picture.
Go ahead, Steve.
And of course, Steve and Jim were partners when they both were early into attorney practice. Yes, they were partners. And this is in Lorman, Mississippi, between Natchez and Vicksburg, the old country store where I showed you some pictures earlier with the motorcycles out front. Sure. And the couples that I met in there. And this is Mr. Joseph Long. He's an attorney out of Baton Rouge. I thought he looked like John Pace. He says, no, I know John Pace. He says, I'm 10 years younger than John Pace. And he was quick to say that. He had an early appointment with the court system, represented his client, and about 9:25, he was already eating breakfast at the Palace Cafe. Good morning to you, Joe, and hope you had a good trip home. And last night went over to the chapel services that are held over at Evangeline Downs each Tuesday evening. And this is James Sam.
World-famous jockey.
He just recently had, around the holidays, he had a kidney replacement.
Oh, really?
And is doing excellent.
Great.
And he'll probably be back to do some workout, early
Bug boy work.
Yep. That's correct.
Yeah.
And when he was young, was one of the most sought-after quarter horse riders in the United States of America.
Good.
He went to all the big races. They flew him everywhere he wanted to go. And this is an uncle of his, and I said it earlier, Martin.
Right.
Martin Brown, who is now retired. His doctor, he had 2 broken necks. His doctor says, Martin, please don't ride anymore. Right. So now he's well, yeah, and he's doing some leg ointments that is his own formula, and he's selling that around the track.
Very
good luck to you, Martin. You won't quit.
Sunset at the track?
Sunset at the track. Look how beautiful. Everyone is beautiful and everyone is different. I guarantee you that.
You took these pictures.
Miss Flo Inhern with the museum, the Orphan Train Museum, called me and asked me. She called me yesterday morning. I went over right away on my way to have lunch with Lee Young at the country club, and I took this picture, and you're gonna send her.
Make sure I get a copy to her.
A copy to her. Great.
And of course, Miss Jeanette.
And
right,
my mama.
Right next. And
yep.
Mother's Day. Remembering her for Mother's Day.
Mama lived 20 years longer than Daddy. 20. I didn't realize
she was tough, though.
Oh, she was tough. I hope I can last like her. She was 94, and I always told her I was going to make 100. I hope I'm right.
This Friday night, Music and Markets moving from the courthouse back to the farmers market. So go here. Chubby Carrion, the Bayou Swamp Band. You should enjoy it. It's all really, really great Zydeco music. And I'm not sure what the vegetable is. Sometimes they pick an exact vegetable, but there will be vegetables out there. Go by. This summer, there's going to be a summer camp over at the Delta Grand Theater. If you're interested in your child taking the camp from June 3rd through June 21st, all day long, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Costs $100 per child per week. Ages 10 and up. Call 407-1806. And what did you think about the race? ARB won.
Well, I'll tell you what I think. The favorite, it was time for the favorite to win, I guess. And
he wasn't a favorite going into the morning. He was second on that list.
Exactly.
Because Calvin Burrell's horse was actually, I forget the name. It's a one-word name.
Veranza. That's not the one. There's two of them that's kind of close
began with
together.
An R, I thought, but go ahead.
Okay.
But ARB ended up winning.
And and I talked to Jim yesterday, Jim Lopez, and I also talked to Carl DeVille, our group trainer for the syndicate, and they both said they feel ARB has a big opportunity to win this. But you know, look at last year, the horse that we saw, Mr. O'Neill, he won the first 2 legs. Horse got hurt, didn't get to run. Had to scratch him in the Belmont.
This horse's pedigree looks very good for the last race. That's the tough one, the Belmont, and his pedigree looks good. He beat the crowd in the mud in this race. Usually the first and second races are similar in their style, even though there are fewer horses in that second race. So he should run well, and he's got the pedigree. And it's the Phipps family. You know, the Phipps family had never won the Derby before.
No, and they had lost in a flipping of the coin.
They had Bold Ruler, and Bold Ruler was bred to 2 mares that belonged to the Chenery family. And then they got to flip the coin to see who was going to pick. So they flipped the coin, and they got to pick first, and they picked the horse from the filly that was from one of the mares and let the Chinnery family have the next foal that was going to come. The next foal was Secretariat.
Right.
So they won the flip.
And boy, there was some
And
hard
picked the
feelings
horse
there at that
and got
time.
the wrong horse. Well, what they got aggravated, they were hoping there would be a way for them to participate in the syndication.
Well, the Chinnery family was about to lose their whole operation.
Everything. And
their land and horse breeding.
That was part of that home
and of
run.
course, that part of that was filmed right here at Dr. Richard Tate's home right here on Highway 182 south of Opelousas.
But don't forget, the year before, the year before Secretariat, they had River Ridge. River Ridge had won 2 legs of the Triple Crown, too. So the money was already starting to roll in. Secretariat was the home run. They were just coming back. The 2 years is when they did it. The movie made it like it was just Secretariat, but it was actually bang, bang. They came back from the edge.
Boy, she was a tough business lady. Ooh.
The Secretariat deal was so unusual. I mean, they pushed that syndicating at that level. No one believed it could ever be done.
See, we have a syndicate now.
You're in a syndicate, exactly.
That? One day maybe we'll go out and really spend some real money, or maybe look up in a $30,000 horse won the Derby just recent years.
And how about this nice thing we got in? A nice little to clean your glasses and clean your computer and your phone screen from Dupree Carrier Gotcho Agency. Real nice from Miss Stephanie Johnson, one of the producers over there. I want to thank Miss Stephanie. If you do business over at Dupree Carrier, you might know Stephanie or some of the other fine people at Dupree Carrier and Gotcho. And you got one too, I think, right?
There you go. Send me one too. Thank you,
how about
Steph.
Brick and Spoon? You got your Brick and Spoon shirt on. What's
that
about?
What about it? We have a little, hey, you go right here. Brick and Spoon is a new breakfast and brunch and lunch that has just opened on what's the
Ranch, River Ranch.
No, but it's not in River Ranch.
Okay.
The street that runs in front of River Ranch.
Camellia.
No.
Okay,
The main street right off from
Ambassador Caffrey.
No,
we
not
turn
the
left.
other one.
Pinhook. Nope, not Pinhook.
The family name.
Kali Saloon.
Kali Saloon.
Ambassador Caffrey, but Kali Saloon.
Kali Saloon.
The judges.
You cross Ambassador, and it's in a shopping mall there.
You got it.
And I understand it's real nice. It's opening actually today, Wednesday. It'll be the first breakfast they're serving.
Excellent.
And that is owned, of course, partially by Blaine Guillory and his daughter and her future husband. They get married June the 8th. And a friend of theirs. And I understand they had pre-opening on the VIP was Sunday, and they also had a pre-opening on Saturday night to get the staff and everybody.
Soft opening, they like to call that in the business.
Soft opening. That is exactly what Blaine said.
Find your prayer book. Don't forget, June 17th at Indian Hills is going to be a golf 3-man scramble for the Opelousas Lighthouse Mission. More info then, but you can call Mike Fontenot 351-7851.
And each week, Andrew and I ask you to consider attending the church of your choice this weekend. And God of love, you have given me everything, including yourself. I want to give you everything I have. Thank you for viewing. Thank you for listening. And tell a friend. Thank you, Andrew.